Hi guys. Today, I thought I'd talk about how I make patterns for doll clothes. Sorry about my hand there. So, all I really need is a pen and some paper. First step is to First, you need to know what you're trying to make. So, a rough sketch of... Let's see, what haven't I developed on this thing? Here. Rough sketch of what you want. This one, I traced Gardevoir's dress portion and I decided I wanted to try and make it. And you have to decide the basics of what you think you're gonna need to work with, which is the rest of this. But this still isn't defined enough. So I need to figure out how it's gonna get on and off, and more or less everything else. Now, since the sleeve is basically the arm there, I'm gonna need one side to be longer than the other. So, let's see if I remember sleeves correctly. The sleeve is gonna be something like that. So that's the basics. After that, you take some scrap cloth of any kind, like this. Just cut up a shirt. You cut basically the size you think you're gonna need. So if you want to actually make the thing out of scrap fabric right away, you take your doll, you measure the width you're gonna need, and you overshoot it. You make it bigger than you think you're gonna need, because you're gonna need more than you think you're gonna need. Same goes for length. So let's see, for this, I have, however, things already made. All things considered, all I need is the right pattern. That's the that Cheryl's a little big for this. And here we are. Shirts. Now, over here, I have a pattern from a normal sleeve. My rough estimate about the lengths, if you want it different, and if you want it shorter, you can just like fold whatever. So I can take this basic, this shape, and just, let's see, this actually goes roughly to the fingertips. So I'm going to want to add a simple triangle to the end. So if I get some paper here, any kind of paper, doesn't really matter what. Grab some paper, once I can. Just grab it out, some paper, put it down. We're going to put this on here and mark the two corners that we want it to meet. Like so. Yeah, there it is. Now, at the halfway point, which you could get if you wanted to by folding it in half, you just use pins to hold it down if you got too many folds. But as is, I have it on grid paper, so I can just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 squares. So 14 divided by 2 would be 7. Yes. So about 7.5. So halfway through number 7 here. 1, 2, 6, 7. Sorry, halfway through number 8. And we go down however far we want it. Doesn't really matter in the end. And we mark that spot. Okay, now that that's done, we should have 3 dots, which you can't really see from there. 3 dots. Now all we need to do is have something with a straight edge, because I don't have a proper ruler at the moment. And we connect the 3. Yeah, come on. There we go. Let's see, that's 1 line. 2 line. And the 3rd line's already there because it's lined paper. Okay. And then all we'll have to do is decide how far we want that middle sort of seam to be. This time I don't really want one, but I'm going to put a dotted line right up the middle, about that far, to come up with this picture. Next thing to do is to cut it out, and there you go. You got a nice little add-on for your sleeve. That's how I do that part. I'm just going to put that over there. If you want to make a totally new one, you have to decide the basics of what you want. Do you want a shirt with an extra frill or something? Do you want a shirt with a different shape? All you really have to do is adjust the sides where you want the shape to change, in or out. And try a rough draft. If that rough draft doesn't work, then just adjust it till it does. Now, the good part of starting with more material than you need is that you can always make it smaller. Like my dad always says, you can always take more, but you can never take less. It doesn't really make sense out of context, but what it really means is that you can always take more off, but it's a little more tricky to put more on. Like if you want a clean, crisp look, you're not going to want a random seam in the middle of nowhere. And I keep them in envelopes. I had no other use for the envelopes. So I got pants for one size doll, a Cheryl shirt, Cheryl size shirt right there. This one is an apron for one size doll. If you do a pattern for a smaller doll, you just need to make it bigger for the larger doll. So, it's not that hard to do. You just follow the lines, like, however much bigger you want it to be. This is a skirt for the smaller doll. This one I have for collars exclusively. And the shirt. That's the gist of everything I got. And I'm still making my collection bigger. Because I can use all of these to make more outfits. Like, I can adjust the shirt slightly to make the Gardevoir shirt. Just make the neckline lower. That's all I have to do. Well, I don't even have to do that. I can just keep it how it is, or I can put a nice half circle in there to make a undershirt. The sleeves are going to be a touch tricky because they get wider and then they come to a point. So I'm probably going to have to do a more triangle-ish shape altogether. I'm just going to have to make it wider near the triangle portion. Round it off, you know? Honestly, the bottom part's the part I'm going to struggle with. I'm not good at skirts. I'm not. I'm going to be trying to make a pleated skirt later. Success is not guaranteed. This skirt seems to be an interesting shape. I'm not gonna lie, I'm confused. I'm trying to figure out how actual clothing can make that shape. It would be resting on the ground though. So if I just make if I make an oval instead of a circle, I should be able to get that shape. And all things considered, it's probably going to do up in the front. Or I could make it a two-piecer. I could make the ovals for the skirt, do that, have that do up on the front, but then have a shirt to tuck under. That might work. That will probably work. Wow. I think I might have figured it out. There's also other Pokemon I was doing this with. Lopunny. I want to do Lopunny. The ears are what's troubling me, though. Not sure how to get them to stand up like they do in here. Considering I don't want a hood, I just want the ears. So, I don't know. Then I want to make an Aipom onesie. It's going to be so cute. Basically, I only traced the parts that I would actually try and make. So, it would work. Obviously, shoes for the feet, a tail. Make the sleeves extra long and just close them off. That'll be good enough for the hands. I could round off the end too if I want to. The ears may be a little bit tricky. The hood may be a lot tricky. The colors are going to be tricky because I don't have those colors. Work on that. And Gotharita, the one I'm trying to start on. So I got the dress. I got the dress dealt with. I'm thinking I'll have to make a sort of hat sort of thing to do the hair part. 'Cause it's not working with the doll hair. Now the two bows. Well, I've got a scarf on the doll right now and one bow that I don't like. I have to figure out how to make it look a bit better, more soft and floofy, not just And I have to fix the back. I tried to go for lace up, but didn't work out very well. Did not work out very well. Want to make a jacket like this, sort of like a trench coat. For the finger things that they use for this Pokemon, I'm thinking just doing like buttons on the cuff in the different colors. So it'll work out. And like the legs would just become pants. But that's all the time I have right now. Later.